So we're in the middle of the sales season in time of the holidays. It's Black Week or Black Monday or Cyber Monday, or well, it's at least sales for a few weeks. And I wanted to show you what kind of software and plugins I don't really feel I can live without, because there's so much deals out there, and you don't probably need everything that's on sale. It's good to have, but I thought I could just go through what I use daily when I do my productions, see if we have any deals on those. And we can start with the music production software. I use Ableton Live, and Ableton Live 11 has been out for, I think it's over 1 year, but I actually just upgraded from Ableton Live 10 to 11 just a few weeks ago. Because if you go to the Ableton website now, there is a 20% sale on Ableton Live. So you can get Ableton Live Suite, or you can get the standard edition. The difference is there's some plugins on the Suite edition you don't get on the standard edition, and some other things. And you can go to the Ableton 11 website and you can compare what you get here in the different versions. So if I take a look at my latest project here, we can see what kind of plugins I use in my productions. This is not going to be a video where I just show off my music, but I can play just a little part of the track here so you kind of know what I do. You can feel free to skip it if you want. So if we take a look at the master chain here, I use a lot of plugins from FabFilter. For example, I use Saturn 2 here to give the entire mix a little bit of saturation. In this case, I'm just using Subtle Transformer, nothing more than that. I wouldn't say that I really need this plugin, so this is not something I have to have. The FabFilter Saturn can just as well be replaced with the audio effects here and drive and color. And you have for example, you have dynamic tube, and you have saturator built in to Ableton Live as well. So you don't really need the Saturn 2 plugin. But I bought it, not this time, but last year on sale. I have another one called Pro Q3. So this is also from FabFilter. This is an EQ. At least this is an advanced EQ. You can do a lot of things. Here I am removing some side frequencies to try to get rid of phase issues in the mix. You can do a lot of things with the FabFilter EQ, but I also recommend just using the EQ8 that's included in Ableton Live. It works well for a lot of things. Then I have a new plugin here. I haven't bought it yet, but it's called Soothe 2. It looks like this. So this is a plugin where it helps you remove unwanted frequencies from different types of instruments. It's like an advanced EQ where you don't really have to dial in everything yourself. It's kind of an intelligent EQ which will remove harsh frequencies, fix some issues in your mix. It's a really nice plugin. This is not a video about the plugin, but I am actually contemplating buying it, and I saw that it's on sale now for 139 euros. It's a little bit expensive, but it's more expensive in the final version here when it's not on sale for 199 euros. So I think I'm actually going to buy this one because it really helps my mixes. Then I also use the FabFilter multiband compressor. I don't really feel this is a plugin I really need. You can use the multiband compressor in Ableton Live. Then we have FabFilter plugin again, the FabFilter EQ. And we can jump over this one now. And at the end here, I use FabFilter Pro L2 limiter to get the volume in the mix. So if you can only afford one thing from FabFilter, and if you don't have a limiter, I would recommend going for the FabFilter Pro L2. This is a really good plugin. I can't live without it. I use it on all of my productions, and yeah, as you can see here now, the FabFilter plugins are on sale, so it's a good time to pick them up. Then I have another plugin here called Mix-Centric. So this is one of these one knob plugins from Waves. This plugin, I'm not really sure what it does in the back end, but I think it's an EQ, it's a saturator, it's a compressor. It's kind of 3 or 4 devices in one knob. So I find that this plugin brightens up the mix a little bit and makes it a little bit more radio ready. But I feel that I can live without this plugin. It's not something I really need. You could just use a glue compressor, try to dial it in, and perhaps use an EQ instead, or maybe another EQ to boost the high ends a little bit. And yeah, this is just a quick and easy, dirty way just to brighten up and open up the mix a little bit. As for plugins, I use Diva a lot. That's a plugin I really like. As far as I can see, it's not on sale at the moment. Maybe it's on sale on another website. I think it's worth its price. It's one of the plugins that sounds more like my Moog and my other plugins, and so I really like the sound of Diva, and I think this is an VST that's worth the money. For some trance type of sound, I use Spire from Reveal Sound. It's a really powerful plugin. It's have a lot of different type of presets you could use for electronic music production, and the Spire synthesizer is on sale right now, and I think it's very well worth picking it up. I also use effect plugins from Soundtoys. They are also now on sale. For instance, I use Echo Boy. It's a really nice echo plugin where you can also put some saturation on your echo, and yeah, it just sounds really nice and warm, and works really great on a lot of things. And Soundtoys also have other plugins like Decapitator. So Decapitator is a saturator, a lot like Saturn II. So this is also on sale right now. And the Soundtoys plugins are worth picking up in my opinion. I also recommend going to the YouTube channel for Alice here. She has a lot of suggestions for plugins you can use, and a lot of these are free on one of her latest videos. For example, this T-Rex Clipper plugin and other plugins as well. Another place I recommend checking out is this subreddit. It's called Audio Production Deals, and here you can get an update on current deals in regards of music production software. That's what I wanted to say today. I think it's great that we have deals that will make our hobby or our profession a little bit cheaper to perform. But again, it's important to try to identify what you really need and perhaps buy that. For example, the Soothe 2 plugin, it's not kind of a new synthesizer. It's not something that's really exciting. It's not wow. But it really helps the mix, and it's a really nice tool. So even if it feels like it's expensive, I think it's well worth. That's going to be my next buy. And the same thing it's with EQs like FabFilter, or for example things like a limiter. It's not something that's really exciting, but it's a really nice and useful tool to buy. And yeah, that was my recommendation. Do you have any recommendation? Please post them in the comments below. This is by far not something you should do. I'm just telling you what I do. And if you have any suggestions for yourself, you're welcome to share them in the comments below. And that's all. Thank you, and talk to you in the next one. Bye.